we have to study, that is responses to the reforms. The British government made many reforms. These reforms were not acceptable to the people of India. Many Indians, they found that these reforms were against their interest or against their customs. First important thing that British wanted, or they made many laws to stop the practice of sati. Second thing, they wanted to encourage widow remarriage. So sati and sati was a custom. It was practiced in India at that time, and widows were not allowed for remarriage. But British made some rules to change these religious beliefs. So widow remarriage they encouraged. Laws were passed. Next thing, they also promoted English education. For that, many schools, English schools were set up in India, in various parts. For that purpose, to teach in that schools, missionaries were brought from England. They could easily come to India. They could even teach in these missionary schools, and they can even own their land in India. So such rights were given for Christian missionaries. In 1850, British also made some laws for converting the people from their religion to Christianity. So law of conversion, or converting the Indian people from their religion to Christianity, which was promoted. Laws were passed. And when they convert to Christianity, they could, their ancestor, their next means their, when they convert to this Christianity, people, or they can get their property and land. So many such rules which were made for these reforms. It was reform for British, but for Indians, they felt that it was not a reform, but instead they felt that it was a disturbance, or it was a problem. They were making some religious problem, or they were changing their religious beliefs. That Indians felt. So many Indians were against these reforms, or against these reform policies which brought by the British. Peasants were unhappy, kings were unhappy, Mughal rulers, they wanted to put an end, and at last they made many reforms. Against that, people were not happy with, or people were against such reforms. These all made the anger just like a wildfire in the minds of the Indians. And at last, in 1857, it broke out into a mutiny. So that mutiny, about that mutiny, next we have to study. So we have seen that various strata of society, like peasants, like the kings, then like the sepoys, these all had many different problems against the British.